Let's talk about why your physique is still not aesthetic. I might make this a series because there's so many things I could say about this. So I don't want to just ramble for one video. So I might make this a series. We'll see how this video does, and I might make this a part series. But the main thing I want to talk about is a lot of you guys will never be aesthetic because you don't want to take good advice. And it's not necessarily that you think you know everything, but a lot of you guys just hear so much different information and you start taking biases towards one side. You're not open minded. If you're doing something and it's not yielding you good results, it's okay to expand your horizons and look elsewhere. A lot of people hit me up, and again, I say this all the time. I know I have a good physique. I don't have body dysmorphia. I don't have anything like that. But I don't think my physique is like some world class physique yet. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there though. Give me like 2, 3 more years. The way I'm training and the way my life is, bro, my physique's gonna be crazy. But I know right now I have a solid physique, and I post my physique online sometimes, and people hit me up. Dudes will DM me, yo, bro, what do you do for back? What do you do for this? How did you lose 75 pounds? How are this, that? And I'll tell them, I don't gatekeep stuff. Oh, bro, that's crazy. Oh, no, I don't agree with. Oh, like they start trying to haggle with me, and I'm like, dude, this is what I did to get my results. This isn't up for debate. I'll see dudes post their arm routine. Dudes in the comments, oh, this isn't optimal. The new research says this and stuff. Look at his results. And then you know what the comeback is to that? Well, yeah, well, people could do things, and that doesn't mean that what they're doing is right. That just means that they have good genetics. It's just genetics. So it's always some type of excuse. But I study physique, bro. Like I love fitness. I love old school bodybuilding, golden era, even bronze and silver era. Every single person, Steve Reeves, Sergio Oliva, Serge Nubret, Arnold, Frank Zane, Lee Haney, Sean Ray. Who else do I really like? Leroy Colbert. Everybody that I look at that have really good physiques. To me, some of the best physiques ever. No, number one, they all kind of had different philosophies for how they train. But number two, they all put their ego aside and just figured out what actually worked to build the physique. Like none of them were like super close minded to like not ever trying anything else or not ever working with anybody. Like even Serge Nubret, my favorite bodybuilder, he went to go learn from Vince Girondo for a little bit. He tried some of Arnold's philosophies. Like people do certain things to figure out what works for them and what doesn't work for them, and other people they just stay stuck. Does that make sense? So like even some of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, even they decided, okay, this isn't working for me. I need to try something else. Arnold, my legs aren't growing with my current routine. I need to grow my calves. Start doing like the donkey calf raises and a whole bunch of calf volume. Frank Zane, Serge Nubret, no weights for abs. I don't use weights for my abs anymore. A lot of people would say in modern day bodybuilding or modern day fitness that that's goofy, that you should be using weights for abs. But yet the two best abs ever, Serge Nubret and Frank Zane, don't use weights for abs. So I train abs every day now and I don't use weights. That's something that I've been doing and it's been working for me. A guy hit me up. He saw my abs. He said, "What do you do for abs?" I told him. He's like, "Bro, I can't do abs every day. It's too much." Well, get on then, man. Just get on, bro. But a lot of you guys will never build an aesthetic physique because you're so you don't want to expand at all. You're not willing to, and I'm not saying you can't have a way about yourself because I have a way about myself, and not everything that I do in my training and in my recovery and in my nutrition is up for optimization. Like I'm a high carb guy. I don't care what comes out, or I don't care what I read about. I'm never gonna switch to a low carb diet. I like having a lot of carbs in my diet. But certain things that I know I wasn't getting good results in, like I know I was fat. Okay, let me do some research to figure out how I could fix that. I knew my back was lagging. Okay, let me start implementing what these guys do. Oh, so these guys were doing chin-ups every single day. Some of these, okay, the range of motion wasn't super crazy because they wanted to keep constant tension on lats. They don't want to put too much tension on their tendons and their ligaments and their joints. I'll talk about that. That's gonna be my next video. So they did these chin-ups every day, but they were doing them this way. Okay, let me implement that. Okay, so my back is lagging. Okay, I'm fixing that. Okay, my abs, I want to get my waist down and I want to get my abs right. Okay, I'm fixing that. Okay, I don't want to be a fat slop no more. Okay, I'm fixing that. I'm tweaking things. And I'm building an ecosystem of training, of nutrition, and of lifestyle to build an aesthetic physique. But imagine if I was like, nah, bro, like, okay, my back isn't where I want it to be, but this is how I turn back. Somebody gives me some back advice, or somebody with an amazing back gives me some tips. Oh, it's just genetics, bro. It works for you, but that's not optimal. That's what y'all be doing instead of just shutting up and listening and just stay stuck. I really like golden era bodybuilders. The guys I mentioned, a lot of them were golden era. Serge Nubret, Sergio Oliva, Arnold, Frank Zane, Dave Draper, Ed Corney. These guys have some cold ass physiques, bro. Guess what they did? They trained high volume. Nowadays, you train high volume, people start crying. Oh, I can't recover. Oh, it's too much. Oh, the research says this. Guess what? I don't give a fuck about research. I care about results. I train high volume and my physique has been going crazy. My physique has been steadily improving naturally. The programs I write for people, and high volume is subjective. So my high volume might not be your high volume. You might not have the same recoverability as I have. So I wouldn't give you the same type of volume as I have, but it would be high volume for your lifestyle. I give people programs. I write custom programs for people. If you want custom nutrition programs or custom training programs or full one-on-one 4-month coaching, check the description. But you will get a high volume program because I believe high volume is the best way to grow, to have a high TDEE so you could cut on high calories, so you could stay lean on high calories, so you're not killing yourself doing cardio. Like there's certain things that I do that a lot of people, and I'm gonna talk about this a lot more. I don't want to get too off track, but there's certain things that I do that a lot of people would be like, that's wrong, that's not right. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But they love my results. But when they hear how I got the results, they start crying, they start bickering, they start trying to negotiate. You can't negotiate with the results. When I tell you the inputs that I do to get the outputs that I have, it is what it is. And it's the same for anybody and for any domain. But specifically for an aesthetic physique, focus and listen to people who have aesthetic physiques. I don't believe my physique is crazy, but I have an aesthetic physique for sure. And I know that just off of the results, off of like the compliments I get and the type of attention I get. So if you like my physique and you don't like your physique, you don't like the results you're getting, it won't hurt you to hear some of my philosophies towards the physique. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's Frank Zane, one of the greatest bodybuilders, one of the most aesthetic bodybuilders of all time. He might say something and you'll be like, well, new science says, and it's like, look at the way people look now. People don't look nothing like the way they looked back in the day. So to me, it doesn't make sense how the science keeps growing. Apparently people are smarter. We got all these new machines, these new supplements, but everybody looks worse than they did even in the bronze era, even in like the 20s, 30s, and then silver and gold, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. They looked way better than people look now. So it doesn't hurt to expand your horizons and learn more about what they did, their philosophies, their training, their nutrition, their supplementation. I'm just saying, bro. Now, if you like what you have, if you have an aesthetic physique and you like your physique, keep doing what you're doing. But a lot of people don't have an aesthetic physique. A lot of people just go to the gym and they don't look good objectively. And a lot of people are going to stay stuck. Do not DM me or comment or email me or inquire about coaching and then ask me a question and I tell you my philosophy towards certain things, which is going to be different. But the thing is, you have to expect it to be different because most people don't look good. That's what's crazy. It's like if I told you something and it sounded like what everybody else says, and everybody else looks like shit, you should be looking at me crazy. Tell me I'm wrong. Because it doesn't make sense if I give you some cookie cutter program or some cookie cutter nutrition program or whatever, or some cookie cutter coaching that sounds like something that you've heard before that everybody else is doing, but then 80-90% of the men that go to the gym have shitty ass results. If you want different outputs, your inputs are going to have to be different. If you want exceptional outputs, your inputs have to be exceptional. Am I saying you need to be in the gym for 15 hours a day? No. Am I saying so you have to be doing something that's absolutely insane and not heard of? No. But if you want to have a body that stands out from the crowd, you're going to have to do something different than what the crowd does. What does the crowd do? The crowd is always looking for a new exercise to do. The crowd is always looking to do the bare minimum inputs, train 7 seconds a week and build a phenomenal body. That's all you see on the internet now is how you could be in the gym for the least amount of time possible, train the least amount of time possible, and somehow build a body that nobody else has. But y'all be falling for that though, because it's just instant gratification. The crowd is sloppy, so fat that even 15% body fat is considered lean, when I believe 15% body fat isn't lean. It's just not fat. It's like being at $0. You're not in debt at 15%. Lean is 15% and below, but we're so fat now we can't stay in shape that now being at 15-17% body fat is considered lean. And then I tell you, this is how I stay lean. As somebody who used to be 75 pounds overweight, I used to be a fat ass 250 in the gym. And I tell you, hey, when you train high volume, not only are you training and building muscle, but you're also increasing your TDEE. So when you guys do these 30-minute workouts 3 days a week, you're not being that active, which is why you have to cut on 2,200 calories, which for me would be like death. I can't even eat under 3,500 calories without not being able to fall asleep. My metabolism is ramping so high. 3,500 calories is like a 1,000 calorie deficit for me. And it could be for you too. That's what you want. You want to eat. You want to be full. You want to have a nice lean physique. It's going to take food, and it's going to take having a high metabolism. So you're not one of these lean as law, but like looking sick type of motherfuckers on Instagram eating 1,600 calories a day. I know I'm all over the place, guys, but I promise you, like, it's just so much shit I want to talk about. You guys let me know if you guys really want me to dive into this topic, because we could really talk. There's so many reasons why most men don't have an aesthetic physique. There's so many things holding a lot of men back. But the main thing is not listening to people who have aesthetic physiques. If people have physiques that you want, body parts that you want, it doesn't hurt you to take their advice, to at least listen to their advice, to at least be like, okay, I never thought about that. Okay. And then you could decide from that point on whether you want to use it or whether you want to disregard it. So that's the video today. If you guys comment, if this video picks up a little bit, comment below and let me know if you want me to delve into different topics. I'm going to talk more about my training philosophy. I also have a full ebook on my website too about my specific training philosophy, which is very different than what I see now. Like, so different. I disagree with like 90% of the modern day training philosophies about nutrition, about training, about everything, bro. I just do my own thing. A lot of my stuff, I not everything, but a lot of it is derived from like old school principles. So with a little bit of mixed in things that I disagree with. Like, it really is my own thing, which is cool. Like, I really feel like I have my own way of training, like my own way of fitness and health and nutrition, which I think is pretty cool. So if you want to look at that, I'll link the ebook below too. But if you want to work with me, that'll be in the description. And I'm gonna do a different video and make this a series for sure, like a part 1, part 2, part 3, because this is fun. I feel like I'm just sitting here just chopping it up with y'all, but I'm passionate about this, man. I want people to build physiques, and a lot of people don't have physiques. So, Randall Branch. Tomorrow's video, I'll talk about why I don't do full range of motion on my chins, which I kind of briefly talked about right now, but I'll talk about that tomorrow because people have been asking me about that. And of course, when I tell them a little bit They think they know it all. Oh, well, it has to be full range of motion or it doesn't count. But they don't have a back or physique. But they're not willing to hear somebody else's point of view who has a back and a physique that they admire, which is crazy. But anyways, Randall Branch, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.